My name is Leslie Velez, and I am the Senior Protection Officer with the UN Refugee Agency's office here in Washington. I graduated from law school thinking that I was going to be a tax attorney, so now that I'm in a refugee protection role, it was not a planned trajectory, I guess, but one that is highly satisfying, fulfilling in order to contribute to what is really a human rights challenge of our time. I guess to me, the part that's really moving is remembering and humanizing that it's a single child, that it's their story, it's about their family, it's about family reunification in terms of that's what safety looks like. It's a very human notion, but we also forget that a lot of these children are leaving the only families they've known and lived with because of these protection issues. And so I'm just really inspired by their stories, their challenges, and that's what keeps me going, you know, to be able to do whatever I can, especially representing the UN in our role, to just do what I can, you know, to be able to feel like I've contributed to that. But the real heroes are the people in local communities that actually receive the children who come and can stand up and bear witness, you know, every day to their stories. And that's really, as I'm telling you now, it's really heroic and inspiring to me. And maybe the children's own stories, but especially the stories of people who've been transformed because they've encountered or met or helped one of these children. And it might be from American Red Cross chapters, and it's even from Border Patrol agents, you know, who are trying to figure out how to get diapers or car seats and to meet the need. And so the whole human story of transformation is motivating and what keeps me going. There's so many stories. Maybe I'll pick the story of siblings. And so meeting this young man who was 14 and extremely resilient and tough. You know, he was definitely a survivor. And he made the journey from Central America to the United States, and I got to interview him. And the only reason he did it, and he was very conflicted, because making the journey meant leaving his mother by herself, and he was extremely worried because he felt at 14 that he was the protector of his mom, who was all by herself. But he told the story of how his mother, you know, begged him to make the journey to accompany younger sister, who was only 11, who had already been threatened and tried to be recruited by so many people. And the conflict and the weight of this 14-year-old's problems. And he's not the one who wanted to migrate, and he was looking forward to getting back to see mom now that he knew that, you know, younger 11-year-old sister was able to make it. It just reminded me of the weight, not just of him, but of the entire generation, I think, of children in these regions that are facing forced recruitment and, you know, just making decisions as to, can I leave my mom in order to protect my sister? You know, and those aren't decisions that any child should have to make. Sorry?
No, wow.
And to the extent that I have the privilege of repeating his story. Sorry. It's I'm humbled and I'm honored, and so that's my little piece of being able to carry it forward. In the humanitarian world, we do it, and it's a thankless job, you know. So let me be the first just to say to whoever is watching this, you know, thank you. Even though I may not know the specific thing that you are doing. I know the cost, and I thank you for taking it on and being part of this, and it makes a huge difference.